These parents are what I like to call godly manipulators. They use the Bible to be tyrants of tyranny towards their children. Say that 3 times. PTSD. Hey y'all, came across this channel called World's Strictest Parents. I may have to start a series on the next generation of estranged parents because y'all parents are out here tripping. And if they don't make a change, they will become estranged. There's one thing that our adult children need from us, and I will share what that thing is later. Proverbs 15:1 says, "A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger." Simply put, don't be talking crazy to your kids, because God knew that there will be some parents that will be pushing the kids to the limits and then getting mad when they don't comply. So in this particular episode, these parents are doing the most. Check it out. We'll talk about it when you see this. Just watch.
My name's Eddie Tilley, and my wife Susan and I live in North Charleston, South Carolina with our 2 children, Matthew and Mary Kate. So what's up with the clothes in the middle of the floor?
Are these?
I was trying them on.
Put it back on the hanger and put it in the closet.
The one thing that I absolutely cannot stand is a slacker.
I thought you only wanted me to do the dishwasher.
No, doing dishes is doing dishes. The stuff has to be washed by hand. Somebody's got to do it, right?
My dad can definitely be the chore police. Whenever I wake up, we go straight to chores.
How about go ahead and get your bed made and pick the stuff up off of your floor, and then I got a basket of clothes out here that I need you to get folded, okay?
Respect in our family is very important. Sometimes just the look on your face can be disrespectful.
And our first sit down with the kids was I wanted them to be very aware of my authority. We're going to be respectful towards you. Even if we're being hard, we're going to be respectful. So we expect the same thing in return.
Everyone participates in whatever needs to be done. We don't cuss here.
When they said no swearing, I was about to just drop my jaw and be like, because that's what I do.
Kind of our deal is you're coming into our house, we don't know you, we haven't had time to build the trust yet, so we got to be precautionary on our side. All right, so if you guys want to just hang right here, we're going to go in there and go through your things.
You're gonna have to wait for one of mine.
Yeah.
We heard.
This is my first time flying. The airline misplaced my bag, so I'm pretty pissed about that.
We'll have to go through it before we give it to you so we don't have to worry about the whole honesty thing right off the bat. Much as you may want to trust them in the beginning, you really can't. You absolutely cannot, because bottom line, they're strangers in your house. When Susan and I finished the search, we came back to the table. Jess, do you have your cell phone?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. We're going to hang on to your cell phones just because it's a distraction.
I have a big, privacy issue. I'm very private with certain things, so...
Okay. The way I look at it is, if you're trying to keep something from me, that's not good. There is no privacy from your parents.
Wow, okay.
Feel free to watch the entire 9 minutes for yourself. The link will be in the description. However, this is a big no-go. These parents are what I like to call godly manipulators. They use the Bible to be tyrants of tyranny towards their children. Say that 3 times. This is a huge reason why a lot of people don't like to listen to or believe the Bible. However, I'm going to digress on that, okay? Because I could preach a whole sermon about it. On one hand, the father tells them that he's going to respect them because they demand respect. At the same time, he goes through their things without their permission. No conversation about it or anything. How is that respect? Y'all know me, the word nerd. Respect means to hold in esteem or honor, to show regard or consideration for. So you tell me how going through somebody's stuff is showing regard, esteem, or consideration for. And then he told them he was going to keep their phones. So what are you developing here? You're developing a breeding ground for secret and lies. You're developing children who practice deceiving, sneaking around, and manipulating. This is how dysfunction starts and grows. Then he said, trust needs to be established. And although that is true, the way he went about it is all wrong. Trust can never be established through violation. A lot of parents think that they have the right to violate their children's privacy simply because they pay the bills. You do not. You pay the bills because that is the responsibility of you as the parent, not as a down payment for mistreatment. Parents who lack emotional maturity use tactics like manipulation, abuse, and violation to dominate and control their children. And they will even go so far as to say that they're well within their rights to do so. You may get away with it while they're children because unfortunately, they don't have a voice or a choice in the matter. However, when they become adults, they will run as far and fast away from you as possible, and you will become the group of next estranged parents. If an adult came to spend time at your home, would you go through their things? Of course you wouldn't. Well, not in their face, because I don't know, some of y'all would. So why is it okay to go through your children's things? Simply put, because you do not honor and respect them as humans. And if you feel away when I mention honor and respecting children, we got to have a conversation. Now, I hear you. You don't get it. How are they going to come up in my house and I pay the bills and they just do whatever they want to do? And I don't know if I could trust them and they're not going to be honest with me. To that, I'll say, create an environment that welcomes the truth. If you don't think that they will be honest with you, you need to learn how to build trust with them. People lie to you when they don't trust you. There's a formula that I use to build trust. Truth is the foundation. Consistency over time are the bricks. Accountability is the cement that holds it all together. If you want to build both trust and respect, add effective communication to the formula. Manipulation is the opposite of trust. It's built on lies, inconsistency, and a lack of accountability. A lot of parents want to manipulate their children into obeying them while at the same time demanding honor, respect, and integrity. I hear so many parents say, I'm not their friend. I don't care if they like me just so long as they respect me. Allow me to be the first to burst your bubble, please. If they don't like you, they won't respect you. Fear and respect are two different things, and they're cultivated in a much different soil. I have 2 adult children and 1 teenager. When they were younger, one of my adult children was what I considered an obedient child, while the other one was defiant. 2 totally opposite ends of the spectrum, both unhealthy. Why? Because me, as the parent, I was a control freak. I grew up in controlling, dysfunctional environments, so that's all I knew and that's all I did. The more I controlled, the more they rebelled in their own ways. My daughter would rebel and be very passive aggressive, while my son would be openly loud and defiant. Until I looked up and I had an out of control household that I was very sad about. It wasn't until I started doing the inner work on myself where I understood how I was going about things the wrong way. We are all human. And as parents, we're going to make mistakes. We're not going to get it right all the time. That is a guarantee. However, we don't want to teach our children to give us blind obedience. We want them to obey us and challenge us when needed. Y'all all right? If you're a domineering parent, you're not going to like this. But if you don't want to be next in line as an estranged parent, please listen up. You do not have the right to dominate the soul of your child, especially your adult child. You, as the parent, do not know everything. You, as the parent, are not always right. And there is one thing that your adult child needs from you. Aretha wrote a song about it. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. Your adult child wants you to respect them as another human, as another adult human. Someone asked me if it was easier to parent younger children versus older children. And I'd say it's about equally the same, because I thought when my children became adults, I was done wiping my hands. Nope. You just enter the final phase of parenting. And if you've completed the other phases of parenting properly, this phase will be seamless. It's the phase of tutoring or coaching. And what's the role of a coach? To help you move forward, feel at peace, achieve your goals, and become a better version of yourself. Not to dominate and control, not to coddle and criticize, simply to coach and guide. Now, if that triggers you, there's still some inner work that you need to do. Hope this was helpful. Like and subscribe. Be sure to share with your friends. Drop a comment below. Let me know which one of these things you thought was the most interesting, and I'll see you next video.